Hi, it's me again. Right, so this is a little representation of a walk. Here we have a map area. So we've got Smith Street, Chris Lane, Royal Drive, Ascot and Jim Street, Oak Ave, Willows End Street and Victoria Street. Now, this isn't the whole city because Royal Drive carries on that way a long way, and Willows End goes up and down, and Victoria Road goes down there, and Smith carries on. This is the little insert inside your big map, and these white borders here represent on the insert the black borders on your map area. So inside the big map, this is the map area we are working with. So it's really important you don't go over the borders of this area. Okay? So, welcome to Kerry. Hi! This is Kerry. Kerry's a new interviewer, and this is her first day on the job. And she's pretty nervous, but she's been told you've got a brand new area, so nothing's been knocked on, everything's all fine. And you're going to start at the corner of Willows End and Victoria Road. So, Kerry ends up on the corner of Willow End Street and Victoria Road. And so, it's a brand new thing, nothing's been knocked on, and so that's the house she's going to start at. So she's going to knock on that door there. Okay? And then, Kerry, remembering her training, stands with her back to the front door, puts her arms out to go to the right, and walks right. Skips 3 houses, 1, 2, 3, and she's going to knock on this door. Right? No! Everything's nice and easy. Now, what Kerry doesn't do is keep walking down Willow's End and go this way, because there's a corner here. So she keeps her right hand shoulder against the corner and goes around the corner. And goes around the corner. Whoopsie. Sorry, Kerry. And that's the next skip. She's going to skip 3 houses. 1, 2, 3. And she's going to knock on this door. Now, hopefully everyone sees that. So 1 house, 3 skips, 1 house. 3 skips, next house. Okay, see the pattern? Cool. And she's writing in her call sheet book all this information. And then she gets to this house, it's a skip, and oh, what do I do now? I'm back at the house where I've knocked at before. Kerry's a little bit unsure because this is the first time that she's done this, so she goes, oh, I better ring my supervisor. Rings the supervisor, and the supervisor says, g'day, Kerry. Hello. What's the matter? Well, I've walked my block, but I've ended up where I started. That's right. That means that you've walked it right. You've got your right hand shoulder, you've walked all the way around, you've ended up where you started. Oh, okay, but I need some more houses. Okay, Kerry, so remember the jump rule. So you look to the next block that hasn't been walked in. Okay, so the next block that hasn't been walked in is this great big block here. Yep, and you are going to jump to the corner nearest to you there. Boom. Now, Kerry, you have jumped. When you jump, you land. When you land, that's the house you knock on. Oh, but I've only got 1 skip and I'm supposed to have 3. Ah, but that's only in that block. When you jump, you land. Where you land, you knock. Okay, so now what do I do? Now you continue the pattern again. So you're going to skip 3. Turn to the right. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, okay, so I knock on this door here. Yeah. And 1, 2, 3, and I knock on this door here. Yep. 1, 2, 3, and I knock on this door here. Yep. 1, 2, 3, and around here. I knock on this door here. Yes. 1, 2, 3, and I knock on this door here. Yes. 1, 2, 3, I knock on this door here. Yes. 1, 2. Oh, I'm back where I started. Now, even though this one's a square and this one's got a squiggly bit in it, as long as you stick with the right hand rule, so your right hand shoulder is against where the houses are and you stick with that, doesn't matter what shape your block is, you will always end up back where you started. Okay? Yay! So I've got to jump again now, do I? Yep. I only need 1 more interview too. Oh, that's great. Okay, Kerry, so you're going to jump. Now, Kerry could jump there, I suppose. It's a moot point. Is that block closer than that block? But she chooses to jump there. Cool. Put on. Woohoo! That's the last interview I needed for that area. Well done, Kerry. Off you go. Now, as you can see, in the call maps and the call data, etc., it would show that these are the houses we've called on, and the black ones are ones we haven't, and that's when we've got all the interviews we needed. So let's get to wave 2. So a few months later, we're off doing it again, and Kerry gets exactly the same map area. Okay? Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to start at Willow End Street. No, Kerry, you're not, because we've already done this. And there's already information there about houses that have been walked before. So what you're going to do, Kerry, is you're going to go to the very last house you walked at. That one. And you're going to continue the correct walk pattern. Okay, so there's a house that's been knocked on, therefore I turn to the right, skip 3, knock on that door. Oh, I've got to the edge of the map. Now if I kept going down Chris Lane and knocked on a house away over here somewhere, that interview would have to be invalidated because it's outside the map area. That's called walking off the map. We don't want to do that. So by looking at her map and making sure she knows that's the last house before this border. So we have to pretend that this border, this pretend line that runs through the middle of this block, is actually a little lane or a little street. Okay? So if we followed it, and it was a little lane, we'd walk down that little lane, we'd end up there. You can't because it's a block, so Kerry's got to go all the way around here, all the way around there, making sure on her map that she gets to the edge of the thing. And that's her second skip, third skip. Oh, I'm back where we started. Jump. Where you jump, you land. Where you land, you start it again. So that's skip 1, skip 2. Oh, the same thing here. That's a virtual road. So therefore, I go around here. Boom. There's skip 3. Oh, I'm back to here. Jump. Boom. Land. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1. Oh. Whoopsie. There aren't any streets or blocks that haven't been walked on. I've walked over every single block. So I ring the supervisor again. Hello, Kerry. Sorry, Kerry. Sorry, I've walked everywhere. You've walked everywhere. Yeah, there isn't a single block that hasn't been walked on. Okay, so I want you to double check that. No, yep, okay, there's not every block has been walked on. Okay, cool. So we're going to start a second walk. So what you're going to do, Kerry, is you're going to go to the very first house. Look at all the call data sheet. The very first house that was knocked on. Whether it got an interview or not. The very first house that was knocked on. Oh, okay. Well, that was back then. It was that one there. Corner of Willow Street and Victoria Road. Cool. Now, you're going to go to the next house on the right. Okay. Now what do I do? Now you're going to start again, but you're going to start at that house. Okay. Start there. We skip 1, 2, 3, and we knock on this house. We skip 1, 2, 3, and we knock on this house. We jump, boom, and go to the next house on the right. Bang. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, we've got to jump. But we've knocked on that house, so we go to the next house on the right. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Bang. Oh, oh. Virtual road. 1, 2. Jump. Across to there. 1, 2. Virtual road. Yep. Oh, jump. We're not in that house, so we go to here. So you can see that every time that you jump, if you end up, you've got to check on your map and all your call data, okay, to make sure that you're not knocking on a house you've knocked on before. But if you do that, then because you've done the right jump sequence or the right skip sequence in each street or each block, it'll end up looking like this. And there you are, you've done a complete second walk. Now as you can see, you could do 4 walks before you completely used every single house. It should never get that far. Your supervisor, once you start a second walk, will try and get the map moved on in the next wave or the wave after. Okay? Because when you start doing second walks, it opens it up to do all sorts of problems. So that is how to walk the walk in a little model. What we're going to do next is we're going to go out in the real world and look at some situations and what it looks like in the real world as you follow around. There are some things to note. Kerry wasn't sure what to do when she did the first thing, so she rang her supervisor, and her supervisor told her what to do. When Kerry got to here, even though she had walked the walk before and she's now in her second wave and she's, you know, like she's relatively experienced, when she got to here and she'd walked everywhere, she still wasn't sure what to do, and she rang her supervisor again. Really important to do that, and the supervisor will let you know what to do. Okay? And by following the supervisor and making sure she's stuck to the right pattern, she's managed to walk herself all the way around. Okay? You can't, of course, predict every single thing you're going to get out there. This is a nice, little, relatively simple scenario. And most of the time, this is what you'll be dealing with. Okay? But if there is something that doesn't make sense to you, please call your supervisor and ask them, rather than just randomly going, oh, I'm going to knock on that door. Turns out we've already knocked on that door and we can't use the interview. Or you've ended up knocking on a door over here, which isn't in the map area. We can't use the interview. We've got to go back and do it again. Okay, that's the end of this section. Kerry, say goodbye. Bye.